Hi everyone, welcome to Tarot 101. Today a little bit more cozy because it's the end of January and it's super cold. Okay, but let's jump into it. So today's video, how to choose your deck. Okay, but before choosing your deck, if you are not sure if tarot even is for you, or you are short of cash, but still want to get acquainted with the system and maybe even start reading for yourself, there are a few possibilities. There are apps you can download on your phone, and that they can help you get acquainted with the system, start seeing the images. There are, for example, I will include them in the notes, Labirynthos Academy, Mystic Mondays. I think there are a few more. So it's great to see if tarot is for you or isn't. And some witches, especially like that use electronics, for their spells and stuff, like emoji spells and others, they say that cell phone holds actually quite a lot of your energy. So if you use the apps, you can actually get quite good readings for yourself, for example. Okay, so getting your first deck. First of all, you don't have to wait until someone gives you your first deck. You can get your own deck, and I think you should, because it is for you and not for the person who decided to gift you the deck. So there are quite a few systems. I explained them a little bit in the earlier video about the history of tarot. So for your first deck, I would strongly suggest Rider-Waite-Smith or Rider-Waite-Smith clone. Okay, so I will include also in the notes a video to one of tarot YouTubers, Georgina Toland. I really like her videos. She's really down to earth and she has lots of experience with tarot. I believe she is a teacher of tarot. So she has few videos. One of them is best tarot deck, it's Universal Waite and Radiant Rider-Waite. I think that it was best tarot decks for beginners. That was the title probably. Because Rider-Waite has, the system has lots of materials you can get for free. I especially recommend BD Tarot. I will also include it in the notes. The images are really clear and the scenes are quite easy to decipher. My first deck was actually a clone. Maybe not in a strict sense, but it has triple goddess tarot. It only shows women when they can, female, it's female, like divine femininity oriented, and I chose it because I was really taken by the High Priestess here. It's really wonderful. It was a Los Caraballo deck. The publisher was Los Caraballo, and it has actually each card is like a little scene, and it shows. You see, you can quite easily see what's going on here. But it only shows females, and they are white females. So if you don't like that, but actually I like it. I liked it because first of all I really connected with it. I like it because it shows elder women also, not only super young like the Empress and Magician and the Fool. Oh, they show, of course, they show knights as males. Okay, so that was my first deck, and I really like the images, and that's why I chose it. So if you are strongly visual person, that is really important to choose a deck you find aesthetically and visually pleasing. But if you don't like Rider-Waite, I don't have it on me because I don't use it, I don't really like it. There are clones with different styles that might be more meaningful to you. There is, for example, a lovely deck, Dreamer-Waite Tarot. It has more contemporary take, I think, to some cards, but I really like it. I thought of getting it before. Sorry if I ramble a little bit, I haven't had my dinner yet. That's what I do when my sugar is low. But then I jumped into another system. Okay, I was meant to check how you pronounced Thoth Tarot by Aleister Crowley, but I didn't, and I'm sorry, but this is my new favorite system, and I use the Liberty Tarot of Stars Eternal, and I just kind of instantly connected with it. I read two books about it now, and I really love it. And actually, I stopped using the Triple Goddess Tarot in like a week or two. Okay, so last thing about choosing your deck, I would actually recommend watching YouTube unboxings, YouTube flip-throughs, and galleries. I really like Book Depository for searching for new tarot decks. There are few decks that will come up this year that I'm quite excited to see, so we'll see about that. Okay, so after you get your deck, on the internet, in like the esoteric shops, if you have any, or someone gifts it to you. Okay, so after you buy it, first of all, about cleansing the deck. So if you are an esoteric oriented person, you might know the meaning of word cleansing and charging. So it's about getting rid of someone else's energy and charging something with your energy. And some people don't cleanse their decks after getting it because they say that if it was just manufactured and transported to the store and packed, all the plastic wraps and stuff, it is basically a clean slate. But I like cleansing my deck a little bit. There are different methods. I use Palo Santo for initial cleansing. Just, lighting some Palo Santo and holding your deck, smoke, and it will cleanse it. Okay. Sorry guys, I just got a little lost in my notes. Okay, another thing, shuffling your deck is a great thing, I believe, in getting rid of the energy. If you did a reading for someone and it was a strong energy, I recommend vigorously shuffling the deck. I also, for charging it with energy and your energy, my method actually for charging it with your energy is just sitting with the cards, browsing them, just looking at the images, pulling some cards, thinking of what they would mean to you. And I think it charges it with your energy, with your personality, and that is what I do. But when I'm not using my tarot decks, I actually just keep them on my shelf and I put crystals on them. and I believe that also keeps like the energy flowing, but remember the crystals should also be cleansed and charged regularly. Okay, so keeping the deck. Some people believe they should not be kept in their original boxes. I think it's mainly because they get worn out quite quickly, especially my lovely Los Carabillon, because this publisher has, I also got it a little torn. They have quite weak boxes, but saying that, I like to keep my tarot cards in boxes because by first glance I see what tarot deck it is, and if it is the deck I want to work with. But some people keep it in bags. Some recommend silk, but I'm not Rockefeller, and I can't afford a silk bag or silk scarf. Some people keep it in like cigar boxes or just wooden boxes. They can be painted. They can be quite intricate. You can also put crystals in them. So other little I don't know, memorabilia. But it's great for if you only work with 1 or 2 decks regularly, I think, but it's not when you want to take it and work with someone in other places. You have to get back to your box or a bag. But yeah, I like to keep them in boxes, and I don't think it is a bad thing. Okay, another thing, bonding with your deck. Okay, so after you get it, to get the best results, you should bond with your deck. Okay, when I was on my more witchy path, I read about bonding with your tarot, and it said things like sleeping with it under your pillow, keeping it close to you all the time, charging it with bunch of crystals. And I don't really find it great for people like me who are impatient and to want to start working with a deck immediately. But I believe the best way to bond with your deck is just your want and your need, your excitement, your own energy, being just super happy and super grateful for this deck, that it is in your life and you want to work with it, and just getting acquainted with the images. I think that is super. It just is like the spark between you and the deck, when you're just so excited and you want to see each cards for a few times. And I just shuffling my new deck, just seeing all the images, just pulling some cards. And I think that is the best way to bond with your deck. But of course, regarding each and every one of these issues, of these things I talked about, each of you will have your own way to do things. And please don't jump on me in the comments that you do things differently. I believe you, and it is probably the best way for you, and it's super great and it's super awesome because each and every one of us is different. So I am happy for you, and I would love to know actually your ways to like clean your deck, keep your deck, to choose your decks if you have multiple. So yeah, that is all I have for getting your deck. But the last issue I would like to tell you about is, okay, so you get your deck, or don't, or you like used an app and you actually, I'm not sure tarot is for you, because you don't want to read for others. The images actually mean nothing to you, not like mean nothing, but you pull cards and you don't really want to like find meaning for them in your life. I would really recommend oracle cards for you. I want to talk in another video tarot versus oracle. I have like half and half. I have 3 oracle decks. I have 2 tarot decks I use, 3 I don't use at this time. One I won in a giveaway. Maybe I will get to that in the future, into that deck. But I also have 3 oracle decks, and they are super awesome for daily guidance. And so if you think tarot is not for you, please don't drop it immediately. Please don't drop the idea of having a card or using like a cartomancy. There are other things you can do, and I will talk about that in the next video. And once again, sorry for my rambling and being like all over the place, but I really wanted to do a video today, and yeah. So I wish you have a great day, and see you in another next video. Bye. Bye.